Hello everyone, welcome to the channel, and today I thought we'd have just a bit of fun and talk about the carnivore diet and basically what kind of carnivore are you? So don't take it too seriously, we're just having a bit of fun here, so this is not medical advice or anything to take too serious, but I thought it was an interesting question. So many of you will know the carnivore diet basically focuses on animal protein, and so the food pyramid is a little bit different. There's no set food pyramid at the moment, but you can see here that this one from Dr. Kiltz has fatty ruminant meat down the bottom, non-ruminant meat second, eggs and roe, then dairy and other animal fats, organ meats and salt, and of course no vegetables, no sugar, no grains, no fruit, no bread, no pasta, all of that stuff. In fact, everything to do with plants is avoided. So moving on, there are a couple of different factions or groups within the carnivore scene, but we all have something in common, and that is that we eat animal protein. So which carnivore are you? What do you think? What is your diet more like? Do you eat fish? Do you only eat beef? Where do you sit on the spectrum of carnivores? Let's look at the next one. So the lion or the lioness eats strictly beef or bison and salt and water, maybe vodka. And there's a lot of versions of the lion diet, but I'm just going to go with Michaela Fuller's version because she is one of the leaders in this area, and basically this was her diet. So although there are other versions of this, for today we'll just call the lion diet this particular one. So for the other lion diets, let's call them the wolf diet. So you would still eat beef, but you'd add in the deer or moose or elk or sheep or goats and small game. Then another movement that's sort of gaining some popularity is carnivore plus honey plus fruit. And that is very similar to what a bear eats, but I would say that bears have to get fat to hibernate during the winter, so that doesn't work for me, getting fat. I'm trying to lose weight. Also, honey is a sugar and it is bad for your teeth. One of the reasons why I gave up honey was I was noticing that my teeth were feeling sore after eating it. I'll talk about that in another video. But bears are one of the few animals to have a tooth decay like us. And so I get it. Honey is yummy, but if you're going to eat honey, you're going to have a tummy. The next one is the fox, and not Megan Fox, not even Michael J. Fox, but our friend of the garden and chicken coop, the fox. So I have never heard of anyone actually calling themselves on the fox diet, but basically it's theoretically possible, and I'm guessing that that person would focus more on chicken and eggs and other poultry such as duck, geese, turkey, maybe lamb, maybe small game. So that could be an option for somebody. Then there are the seafood eaters, and I like to have a bit of seafood in my diet. Mainly I am worried about heart health and keeping my omega-3s up, so I do eat fish, and I enjoy it. It's a different taste. But I imagine there might be some people who only eat fish. I don't know. Sharks also eat all sorts of different things, such as the occasional swimmer. So before we move on, let's have a look on some honourable mentions. We've got the boar or pig diet, which is basically anything you want: meat, vegetables, grains, fruit, junk food, any kind of rubbish. It's delicious. It's designed to make us fat. We all like to eat it, but many of us can't, including me. So, does this describe your diet? I don't know. Another one, this is just a bit of a joke, but in the future we may be eating more insects. I've definitely had fried grasshoppers and crickets, and I've eaten frogs as well. And the praying mantis eats even lizards and small birds. So, do what you've got to do. If you're out in the desert, you never know what you might get. But of course, the praying mantis is also known for occasionally eating their husbands. And that's very dangerous. We don't recommend that. Dangerous for the husbands, I mean. Something else which I thought was, this is a bit tongue-in-cheek, breatharian. People who think that you can just live off breathing, which of course is not true. And, there are people making all sorts of claims about going for very long times without any food. And although I know many carnivores do fast, and there's nothing wrong with fasting. Fasting can be quite healthy for you, and in many ways it sort of mimics the hunting cycle where you don't eat until you got your prey and then you can eat. To go for very long time without food would result in starvation. So people have died doing the breatharians. And so this is just a joke, but of course it's also a bit of a warning. Well, let's continue. Every now and again you might see a plant-based athlete or something like, or boxer or mixed martial artist, and they've been able to put on a lot of muscle using plant protein, and good on them. I never criticize people for their diet. We're all just trying to look after our own health and doing what's best for us, and that they are too. But, is your diet more like that? Are you more of a bull or a horse, or maybe an elephant or a rhinoceros, something like that? That's an option. But they're not a carnivore, of course. Then, of course, we have organ meats. This is something that I'm interested in. I think we need to eat more of them, and that humans need to get back to that. It seems like we're going... A lot of people just want to eat the best steaks or the best cuts of meat, and we're forgetting about organ meats, which our ancestors and even back to our parents and grandparents ate. And there's nothing wrong with them. They're healthy. They, if they cook properly, they can be quite delicious. And who does not like haggis? This cute little fella. Actually, that's not really a haggis. This is a haggis. But I'm not sure if a haggis would be counted as carnivore, though, because I think they do put some grains in there. Anyway, eat what you feel comfortable with, of course. The leopard eats all sorts of things. And this is a little diagram of that, including baboon. Not sure if I'd like to eat any of the monkey baboon ape family. I think that'd be a little bit too close to the human, but you know, some of those antelope and deer and other game would be fine. Haven't eaten rat. Don't really intend to, but you never know in a survival situation. You watch those alone shows. You know, sometimes they have to eat mice because they're hungry. I have eaten hare. It's okay. It's got to be cooked properly, otherwise it can get quite tough. And beetles, I've only bugs I've eaten have been grasshoppers and crickets, as far as I know, unless something flew into my mouth or my dish when I wasn't looking. Let's have a look. Anyway, when it comes to your diet, you should consult your doctor before making any decisions, and definitely do not ask me for medical advice because I am not a qualified doctor. And so this video is just for fun and just to share with you my personal journey. And if you have any questions, you should seek professional advice from a health practitioner. Anyway, what did I miss? What do you think about it? Is there another kind of carnivore that I didn't mention and maybe you fit into that category? Leave a comment below, let me know. I'd be interested to hear all about all the different groups and factions within the carnivore family. I have already thought of some myself since making these slides, but maybe for another video. Please like, subscribe and click notifications if you have enjoyed this video. It really does help me out and keeps the channel going and lets me know what's interesting for people, and so I'll make more videos like that. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for listening, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.